Welcome Belinda Carlisle to Main Street. Good afternoon.
Hi.
How you been?
Great.
Belinda, as I think you know, is carving her own niche these days as a top recording artist. She is, of course, a former member of the Go-Go's, a group that was cute, bubbly, effervescent on stage, but not so naturally happy off stage. True?
Yeah, true, a lot of the time.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that alcohol, drug abuse helped to break up the Go-Go's, and maybe that's a fair place to start. What happened?
Right, well, I think, I don't know, what started out as to be sort of recreational fun, we thought, ended up inevitably, as it does in most cases, into a real problem within the band. And, you know, personalities changed, priorities changed of all of us, and inevitably, you know, it eventually destroyed the relationships.
Yeah. From a personal standpoint, when did you realize you were in trouble? I mean, what were you hitting and you said, hey, wait a minute, this has got to stop?
Oh, well, I think that even 2 years prior to when I cleaned up, I knew that there was a problem there. It's just, sometimes it takes, and it usually takes for somebody to hit a low in order for them to take a look at their life. With me, I was lucky I wasn't arrested, or I wasn't in a car accident, or I didn't end up in jail. I just looked in the mirror and I looked terrible, and I felt like I was killing myself. So I, you know, went looking for help.
And you got it.
And I got it, yeah.
And we're glad to see you've turned it around. And maybe before we turn it over to questions, we can take a look at the public service announcement spot that you're starring in. I think we've got it all racked up right now. George Paul, help me out.
I used to do drugs. And one morning I woke up, I looked in the mirror and I said, you look frightening. Nobody said quit. And nobody said stop or else. I got sick of it, so I quit. And now, life's the beach.
Nice spot. You really never saw it?
No, it was the first time I saw it.
Let me turn you over to our group.
How did you and Morgan Mason meet?
Let me explain so everybody knows. Morgan
Okay.
Mason is Belinda's husband. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, people had been calling me up, like our local DJ, Rodney Bingenheimer in L.A., called me up and said, this guy wants to meet you. And I went, oh, well. And I'd heard about him through a lot of my friends. So he said, well, he's going to be at this party. And so we both met at a party. It didn't work out for us. We both walked away from each other. And I ran into him a couple days later and had my girlfriend call him and say she was me, because I was nervous to call him and ask him out.
How long were you singing before the Go-Go's broke up?
Well, I had never sang before I joined the Go-Go's. I just, it was between playing drums and singing, and I didn't want to play the drums because we each picked an instrument. So I, you know, ended up singing.
Were you like family before you broke up? Or was
I think, yeah, we had been together for 8 years, and we were like sisters, you know.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
What made you decide to go solo after the Go-Go's broke up?
Well, I knew that I always had a solo deal that I could, you know, turn to. I just decided, you know, that I thought that it would be a challenge for me. I thought that I was well enough emotionally to meet that challenge.
Does it seem more business and less fun as a solo?
Well, it's more of a responsibility. I mean, I can't pawn off, well, you know, there's only myself to blame if I don't take care of stuff. I can't, it's not like depending on 4 other people to do stuff for you. But I like it. I like being responsible like that. I've never really had to be responsible before.
Did you ever consider going into the movie business?
I have some projects, film projects that I'm doing right now. But it's something that, you know, it'll be a thing in the future.
The songs you write yourself, is there like any inspiration?
I think that all the songs that I've been involved in have, I've had to draw on some experience. And same with the girl I write with, Charlotte. All of her songs that she writes are from life experience.
If you had the chance, would you start a group again?
No. No.
Is there anybody in particular that you like to work with?
I like working with Charlotte, the girl that she was in the Go-Go. She was a guitar player. Charlotte Caffey. And we went through the same problems at the same time. She also had a drug problem, and she cleaned up a month before I did. She had checked herself into a hospital, And she's the person I called for help. And from that, we formed a bond, a real bond of friendship, and we're the best of friends. And also, she's very talented. We work well together.
I'm curious, Belinda, do you look at your problems of substance abuse as problems that are in your past, or is each day kind of a new challenge?
It's you know, once you're an addict, you're always an addict, and it's, you know, you take one day at a time. It's always going to be a sickness. It's, you know, you can never say, I can never say I will never have a drug problem again, because you can't make those kind of promises. You know, it's a sickness that's just waiting. You know, it's not happening right now, but I mean, you never know. You never know. It's a disease.
Each day is a new challenge.
Each day is a challenge.
Let me close this on an up note. Matt, about you, is doing terrific.
Right.
Right? You were telling me it is?
Well, the video is up for an American Music Award.
It is.
Yeah,
It really
thank
is
you.
great. Your album is great, too.
That's a commercial. That's as good as it gets, right? Hey, Belinda, thank you.
Thank you.
You look terrific, too. I haven't seen you in a couple of years. You look wonderful.
Thanks.
You like Bon Jovi?
I love Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great.
I finally get to know everybody. Nice. Good, because you're about to hear a video.